Hi, it's Lucy here. Welcome back to day 2 of reading essays. 101 Essays That'll Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest. Like I said in the first video, I cannot read the essays word by word or I'd be copyrighted, so I've rewritten them to fix that. So this one is inspired by the second essay in her book, The Psychology of Daily Routine. We often dream about big, dramatic changes, new jobs, new cities, new versions of ourselves. But the truth is, real transformation rarely arrives in a flash of lightning. It's built quietly, in the background, through the things you do every single day. Your daily routine isn't just a schedule. It's a mirror of what you value, what you believe, and how much you trust yourself. Every small act, making your bed, writing for 10 minutes, cooking your own breakfast, sends a message to your mind. I am worth showing up for. When life feels messy or uncertain, the mind craves structure. Routine gives it safety. But beyond that, it gives your heart a rhythm, something steady to hold on to while everything else shifts and changes. It's easy to underestimate the power of ordinary actions. We think happiness comes from huge moments, the job, the relationship, the goal achieved. But in reality, contentment grows in repetition, in the quiet act of doing something kind for yourself every day, without waiting to feel ready or motivated. Discipline doesn't take away your freedom, it creates it. When your days have shape, your energy has direction. You don't have to constantly fight with yourself about what to do next. Your actions begin to flow from who you've decided to be. Over time, your habits become your identity. If you act like someone who cares for themselves, eventually you become that person. So if you're feeling lost, start small. Pick one routine that helps you feel grounded, waking up early, going for a walk, journaling before bed, and repeat it until it becomes part of who you are. Because the real power of a routine isn't what it gets you, it's what it allows you to become. In the book, she does give examples of kind of what she means as a routine, not like a standard routine of do this at a certain time, but kind of examples of other things that you could do that gives yourself kind of a structure. I have written down my reflection to that. So I did realize the way I think and what I think has become a root cause for a lot of my mood swings and changes. A lot of the times, I would think something, think of a scenario or situation, and it kind of controlled my life basically and my mood in that moment that I thought that. And as I learn more about how that can be destructive, I haven't been doing that much. I've been kind of trying to keep my mind silent. Routine isn't always specifically a routine, but understanding what needs more attention than others. You don't have to specifically have a written down routine. A routine can be doing something once a month that kind of gives yourself peace of mind, or something you can treat yourself with, not having to do this at a time or whatever. In the book, Brianna says more is not better. Continuously experiencing what you have in new and better ways have really stuck with me. Understanding how my creativity comes out to play or excites me. Knowing what could come next or your next move can deactivate your fight or flight instincts because you're so consistent in habits. Recently in my life, I have been saying oh yeah, once 4 or 5 times a week I want to like go to the gym. Like, it doesn't matter specifically what day, as long as I always give myself 1 to 2 days of rest. And it kind of gives myself some sort of freedom, knowing that if I don't feel good that day, I can go tomorrow. Like, I have stuck with that for weeks now, probably a month now, and I feel a lot better about myself knowing that I can do that for myself. I can show up for myself. It's not a specific time that I have to go. It's not a specific day. I allow myself to choose that in the moment, but I do go 4 to 5 times a week, and I do give myself 1 to 5 days a week for rest, because your body does need that. Or like, I started eating healthy, worrying about my body and what I put in my body, and I've been doing that for a couple weeks now, and it's like I've kind of gained the confidence in knowing that I can do that. I can show up for myself, and I can feed myself the right food that I need for my body instead of going out to eat some garbage at a fast food restaurant. Also, having that routine has given me a sense of security and knowing what's next, and knowing that I kind of have my stuff planned out, that I have a purpose for what I'm doing, and I'm going towards a goal, and it gives me excitement the more and more I go, because I'm more and more reaching that goal. Brianna always also talks about flow, getting into a state of flow. Like, when you're so into something and you're kind of so good at it, you kind of get into a flow of knowing what you're doing and you're doing good, and that can happen from anything. One thing I've noticed is that when I get into a state of flow, it kind of calms my mind. As an overthinker, that's like a big thing, to have a calm mind. So having that state of flow has helped me not think about thoughts that I don't want to think about. And that's it for this video, and I will see you tomorrow for essay number 3. Thank you.